Hey there, 21st of May, it's Tuesday. Well, I slept early early like 11 or before 11 o'clock last night, but I was awakened by Ion's call because they had a strike at Flagler. Strike meaning like dismantling all the setups that we did. Unfortunately, it was raining hard, so he said they're just gonna leave all the stuff in the van and to the warehouse instead of putting them in the warehouse itself because of the rain. So yeah, okay. But it wasn't raining here in Lake Worth. I was just like, that is just in Palm Beach Island. So wow. And I went back to bed, and I have dreamt I was an astronaut and we're going to a capsule going to the moon or somewhere. But I backed out, like I couldn't do this because I felt suddenly I was like a little bit claustrophobic then. So when I woke up with my body alarm by 7:30, surprisingly, I searched it on the dream thingy and about spaceship. So spaceship meaning, I think it's a repetition of like you want to achieve something that you haven't done before. So probably all these plans I'm doing right now is what I'm aiming for right now, maybe. Anyway, so since I'm awake, had my shower. I had my breakfast with sunny side egg. It was the last egg I had. I never had my grocery yet, and I ate some of the blueberry muffins that Debbie had before. I mean, she brought it to the warehouse and I took it. And then I prepared myself, and Steve came, knocked on my door, and said he'll be going ahead to the warehouse, and he have to drop the white truck to the repair shop because there's something wrong. Maybe because of it's a check engine. I said okay. So and then I went to the other house, and Rob was still sleeping at 10 o'clock, and he prepared himself. I just cleaned some of the stuff in the backyard, and then suddenly it rained again. So we waited a while for the rain to stop, and it was really raining hard. And we watched on CNN about the Oklahoma tornado, and we pray for those people, who have been for the tragedies that happen again. It's a big monster, as they call it. It has 2 miles of, the radius of the diameter of the big tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. So after that, we drove the truck going to the warehouse, and the van was there, and I started to pull out them out, and the boxes were really wet from the box of the lantern. So I tried to pull them out, and then instead of me going with Robert, Steve went with Robert going to Hypalox to repair the white truck, and I started cleaning them up, and I really like meticulously clean everything. It took me a while until when they returned. It just lunchtime, so we had an early lunch like 11:30 and went to Dante's, and I had the pasta. Although it's not on the special board, it's not their special on the board. I had the Alfredo as well, like yesterday, but there's no chicken. I'm not fan of the chicken that I taste. I like the sauce, so I had the penne on Alfredo sauce for lunch. But of course I didn't finish it, so I had it for to go. And then we went back to the warehouse, and I went to East Point to get those vases from Panina, and just 5 of them for a setup on Saturday. When I came back, both of them were gone, and I thought, hey, they left me. And then I sent a text message to Robert if they're coming back to the warehouse, and yes, because it just took. They went back to the repair shop, to get the truck. Also, it's just an oil change for the truck then. Then after that, Steve went ahead, and then Robert had finished some stuff while I still continued cleaning up all those boxes and tape them and let them dry. And then of course I don't want to let them stay overnight. It might rain tomorrow, and it might get worse. So some of them I put all those big boxes of lanterns inside, and one is left is kind of wet, so I just let it dry out by the fan. And then I had a chat with a new friend named Martin Salinas, and so when everybody was gone, I was the one left behind. I cleaned everything in the warehouse. The stuff that I had to do, and then I drove to Military Trail to this mobile home. It's a small mobile trailer, whatever you call that, and met Martin there. And he has a nice trailer too. It's a little bit bigger than Remo, I had my lunch, my dinner there, my pasta for dinner, and a little chat. And he works for construction. That's why he's staying in Florida. He just came from Denver, Colorado for another construction there. So we stayed for a while, and I left, and I went to Josh's place to give his check, his salary, and then I called up Remar because I know he has his day off today, and he wants to go to see some, new phones for his, SIM card for his phone rather. So I called him. He said he's available. So I went to his place, and Veronica, his housemate, is doing well with her legs, but they didn't do anything about to report them in the hotel for Four Seasons. So I said I wish because they're just using them because they're students, so they don't care about it. So sad. Anyway, so after that, I drove. Raymond and I went to Best Buy, and he's not satisfied with all the phones there. He's kind of picky because he wants with the SIM, to put some SIM there. So he's just browsing. He's also planning to buy a phone, that's why. And he couldn't decide which one, as well as the network. Then we went to Target. I called it Target for Target, and he said I'm a shopaholic for shirts, but he was looking for two shorts, like kind of light blue, and the other was like this kind of blue. This kind, and it was good, but suddenly he just changed his mind and put it back to the rack, and didn't buy anything. So we went to my place, and instead I gave him my checkered, it's not a redneck one, but sorry, the red checkered long sleeve especially during winter. Alaskan people usually do that. They have this one, so I gotta buy it next time and then give it to him because he's going to me. He and Veronica will be going to Maine next month for their work, for their OJT. So I gave it to him, and plus the mangoes I still have, and I brought it home. And it might be the last time we're gonna see each other. We're gonna keep in touch through Facebook because the phone that I'm texting him was Veronica's, and he said a month before he goes back to the Philippines, like November, it's either he goes back to Florida or San Diego because he has his best friend's mom there, whatever. So they're gonna stay there in case. Anyway, so after that, I brought him home and came back here, and I'm just waiting for the finale for. I mean, it's starting already, but it's 2 hours, so I don't want to watch Dancing with the Stars for that long. I just want to wait for the final, announcement of the champion for this season later on, and I might watch if I have the time. If I'm not feeling sleepy, I might watch Glee, the season finale that I haven't seen yet, and I'll watch it on Hulu. So before I go to bed, and I was able to call Mama this morning, so it was like nighttime in the Philippines, to greet her advanced birthday because I'm able to greet her tomorrow, and so she will be having her checkup just in case. Hopefully, and hoping that it will be okay. So once the doctor says it's clear for her heartbeat or anything, she can do her eye operation. She still have to change her cataract for that, maybe on June. So happy birthday, Mama! Advance happy birthday. I'll try to call you later when I wake up. Anyway, so this is Louis saying, see, I just thought about this one. I changed on the other side. You notice. Saying good night. See you again. Bye bye. Thanks for following my journey.